Hey, Matthew. Yeah, prologues. Anything that is a single player experience is gonna run short, and it's not gonna run. It's gonna run short because a lot of D&D is actually filled up with the party sort of kind of discussing what to do or deciding as a group what to do. And when you run for one player, they're gonna make decisions really fast. So I try to plan a little bit more, and I'm not surprised at all if a solo session is like 2 hours or less. Like that's not that weird. I think it would actually be really taxing to try to have like a more typical like 3 to 5 hour session solo. That would be really really hard. The entire campaign that I ran for my wife when we were learning the game was me as the DM and her as the player. And that entire year, like we would play multiple times a week because our schedules always aligned, but I don't think a single session was more than 90 minutes or maybe like 2 to 3 hours at most. It's just a different way to play. So that's what I would typically expect. Yeah, I think that's probably right. I would say 90 minutes is probably the average for me. I love solo sessions also, Zealot. Honestly, after the staircase project is done, prologue sessions might be my new obsession for a little while. I think I can put together some cool stuff around that. After the heat death. Oh yeah, not even not in 2025, obviously, right? Heat death. Well, it's prologues are also like an opportunity to dive deep into that one character in a way that you rarely get a chance to in D&D. And you can really set people up for a fascinating campaign, I think, because you can sort of give them their own kind of unique piece of the plot pie, stuff that they'll be investigating or learning about or looking into for however many levels you play for. Cover levels for players, maybe knowing one person is less attuned to roleplay. Okay, makes the prologue for sure have combat, but also good RP practice with the group. Yeah, I would say like practice role playing. Also, like an NPC that their character knows super well, or can relate to super well, and potentially also hooks for that player that are going to really lean into the role play side. So if it's like, if it's like a retired soldier, if that's the background, then maybe part of their prologue session is with one of their old kind of army buddies. And as a parting thing, he's like, hey, by the way, and he gives them like a list of like all their old buddies and where they are. It's like, if you run into these guys, because now you're giving that player something to ask about as they travel. Like, hey, do you know, are any of these people in this area? Like, you're giving them sort of a thing to do that makes conversation easier, and role playing easier for them, because it's not just about like sometimes role people who aren't as comfortable role playing just need something to talk about, right? And if you want to give them a leg up, give them something that they can prompt people to talk about.